and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called The Death of Nightclubs and Dating. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. Nightclubs used to be a place where people went to dance, have fun, and meet other people. In 1977, there was a movie called Saturday Night Fever starring John Travolta that ignited our culture and caused millions of people to go out to the clubs and dance and have fun and socialize and maybe meet somebody interesting. For people today who think that video games and mushrooms and weed and house parties are all lots of fun, well, they're nothing compared to the disco days of the 70s and 80s. Do you think that's an overstatement? Well, let us tell you about the discos back then. In the 80s, some discos were such incredible dance parties and great venues to meet people that when the cops saw how good-looking the women entering those discos were, they would call in sick for the rest of their shifts, change their clothes, and go inside and have fun. That's how intensely fun discos back in the day were. I remember going to discos back then that had a helipad next to their outdoor pool. Partygoers would fly in to the nearest airport and then take a helicopter from that airport to the disco. They'd climb out of the helicopter when they arrived and walk over to the pool and dive right in. That is not an exaggeration. That's how unbridled and incredible these discos were. Once inside, the music and the dancing and the flirting, along with the other activities, were so intense that it would just amaze and hypnotize a lot of the people there. And those were just the discos in the Midwest. In New York, Studio 54 and other discos were so intense that people would fly in from other cities or other countries. A lot of people flew in from overseas and the Middle East on the weekends just for a chance to get into Studio 54. It was amazing. But now nightclubs look like museum relics. A lot of them have closed down. People laugh at the notion of going to a club to dance or meet women. They'd rather stare at their phones all night long than talk to another human being. That's how lacking social interactions are now. And a lot of guys complain about if they actually approach a girl and ask her to dance, then she'll look at them like they're nut jobs. Remember the concept of dating somebody to get to know them? Well, that's dying as well. Nobody wants to pay to take a girl out on a date anymore. Social media is now overrun with girls complaining about guys no longer asking them out. Guys no longer take them to dinner. They no longer ask them for their phone numbers. In fact, they say that doing those things makes men appear weak and out of touch. Now, there's a growing segment of the single female population online that says they won't go out on a date with a guy unless he offers to pay some of their bills before their first meeting. That's not a joke. That's actually going on. Can you imagine? Pay my electric bill if you want to ask me out on a date. That's the world we're living in now. Sounds completely insane to me. If you think it sounds unbelievable, then just watch some of the reality dating shows on cable lately. A lot of American guys who've completely given up on women in the U.S. are now flying to other countries to meet and date women. Places like Colombia, Dominican Republic, and a lot of other places like the Philippines. So what happens when they go overseas to meet these people? Well, their success rate is horrific. They'll meet single people there and quickly fall in love and then have their wallets emptied. There's always a lot of pressure for the guy to buy the girl a house. Let's get married and buy a house together. Do you know why? Because in places like the Philippines, a foreigner cannot buy a house. He has to marry a Filipino girl, and she has to have a 60% ownership stake in the house. How's that for romance? So the nightclubs are dead and dying. Dating as a cultural practice is becoming a distant memory. Where does all this go? Well, we think that as the ability for people to meet and connect in real life and face-to-face deteriorates or goes away, we think that society and people in general will become much more distant from each other. Video games are no substitute for real humans, meaning other humans, and interacting face to face. I can't imagine how much worse things will get, but I'm sure it will. Good luck. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.